this is Native Malay, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Okay, y'all, it's about to go down there on the Mexican border. Those illegal immigrants are about to face God's army. This article comes from Business Insider, and the headline says, a convoy calling themselves God's Army plans to head to the Texas border to stop migrants from entering the United States. Off the top of my head, I would just say that this sounds like a very bad idea, but it also makes the Biden administration look bad because it looks like American citizens are having to take matters into their own hands. But let's see what it says. So it's got 3 bullets up here, and the first one says, a convoy is heading to the southern border to stop migrants from entering the United States. The second bullet says, the group's leader described their tactics as domestic internal defense. Now that sounds like combat to me. That defense word, with white people using it, is, that sounds like combat to me. And the third bullet says, it is not clear what the group plans to do once they reach the border. And they need to think very carefully about what they do. They might be thinking they're going down there to defend the country, the interior of the country, and then the government will turn it back on them, and it'll all be their fault, and they'll be in court. And then the next thing they know, they'll be in jail. I think we get what they're trying to do, but the question is it wise? To me, the government has dropped the ball, and they've dropped it for a reason. And American citizens need to be very careful about how they proceed in this situation, because they haven't clarified to the American people why they are letting all of these people into this country illegally. And they seem like, and they're acting like they don't know what to do about it. So that's very problematic. I would be careful if I was those people. The group called Take Our Border Back is organizing on Telegram and now has more than 1,600 followers. One of the group's organizers described them as God's Army in a planning call, according to Vice. This is a biblical monumental moment that's been put together by God, one organizer said per Vice. Okay. Another said, we are besieged on all sides by dark forces of evil. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. It is time for the remnant to rise, they said. Pete Chambers, a lieutenant colonel organizing the group, has claimed he was a Green Beret. He explained the group's plan while speaking to conspiracist Alex Jones on his InfoWars show on Thursday. That's what Green Berets do. Unconventional warfare is our bread and butter. Now we're doing domestic internal defense, Chambers said. What gets us to the enemy quickly is to find, fix, and finish, exploit, analyze, and disseminate, Chambers said, referring to a military process. That's what we did in Syria when we took out ISIS really quick. So he's using military language, talking about a military process, and comparing it to taking out terrorists in an actual war. So I think the administration needs to know what these people are doing down there. I'm just wondering if the military is aware of what they're doing, because the president clearly seems like he's out of the loop. But somebody needs to know what these people's objective is besides find, fix, and whatever it is he's saying. Because they are not military. And whoever goes down there, if the military is going to go down there and deal with those people, then there needs to be some oversight. The Congress, president, somebody needs to be in charge of those people. He said the group would work with sympathetic members of law enforcement who he described as constitutionally sound. The convoy is due to begin on Monday, starting at Virginia Beach, Virginia, and 3 rallies will be held in San Ysidro, California, Yuma, Arizona, and Eagle Pass, Texas on February 3rd. The group has subgroups on Telegram for drivers and riders in those 3 states to coordinate rides. The website describes the event as a peaceful assembly, well that's good, inviting all law-abiding, freedom-loving Americans. Wired published an article describing the group as an armed convoy, after which the group wrote on Telegram, "We are not making a call to arms." And I think it should have said, or a call to engage with anyone crossing the border. So they're trying to say they're not down there to start a fight. We are here to peacefully protest under our First Amendment right and pray. The group said that one of their goals is to stop illegal immigration immediately and close the border. Well, it seems like conflicting objectives to me, but we'll see. It is not clear how the group plans to confront migrants at the border and stop them from entering. Texas National Guard troops are in a standoff with the federal government after they rolled out razor wire at a park on the bank of the Rio Grande where migrants often cross. Chambers described those troops as holding the line and said his convoy would go to an area about 30 miles away. Representative Keith Self, a Republican representative from Texas, has said that he supports the convoy. Tensions have been rising around immigration, and the issue looks likely to be a major one in the presidential election later this year. It's already a major issue. Migration levels are reaching record levels, with the United States officials saying around 300,000 people tried to cross the border in December. See, that's ridiculous. You mean to tell me they can't stop people from coming into this country? That is astonishing to me. That is astonishing. That means that we got a United States Navy, Army, Marine, and Air Force, and you're going all over the world bothering other people, fighting in wars in other people's country, and you can't stop people from illegally coming into your country? Make it make sense. Lisa Cabrera reports on the migrant situation, especially in New York, and some of the things that she says is happening in that city is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. We've never heard of anything like that before. And I think it's something to question. Chicago and New York both having black mayors, and their cities are just overrun with these migrants. And they don't know how to take a stand. The governor of Texas said put them on a bus and send them to the sanctuary cities. And that's what you get when you buy into something like that, a sanctuary city. So I think they need to take a stand. They really need to take a stand. I think in Chicago, the mayor said if they bring in more migrants up there on the bus, he's going to arrest the bus driver. Some people say, well, why are you arresting the bus driver? Well, because he's the one driving them in the city. And it seems easy, and maybe it's a cheap fix, but that might be the best he has. And I think he ought to go for whatever he has to go for. Use everything that he can think of to use, because this makes no sense. All of these people piling into these cities, and the people in the city need those resources. They've got homeless people living on the streets. They have people out of work. The food and fuel bills are outrageous. So the residents of those cities need all of those resources. Really, the president, the Congress, everybody needs to be held accountable for this. And this being an election year, you would think they would be more responsive to the concerns of the people. I don't think there's any state, any city where people are concerned about this because they see it happening all over the country and they're thinking, well, it could happen here too. So everybody's concerned. But y'all, let me know what you think about this. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.